There has been an increase in the number of deaths at recent marathon races. The International Marathon Medical Directors Association, or IMMDA for short, found after a preliminary investigation that there was no sign of performance-enhancing drug use. All of the deceased runners suffered the same fate, brought to the hospital after severe vomiting and confusion after the race. They fell into a coma shortly after, and then they died while in a coma. The question that everybody has been asking is quite simple. Why? Why did these runners die? I decided to try and find some answers. I gathered some world-renowned doctors, sat them down, and asked them what they thought. Here are the interviews coming up right after the break.
Don't drink that! Drink Gatorade, replaces what you lose in sweat.
Gatorade restores electrolytes.
I'm now interviewing renowned scientist Dr. Garbow. Doctor, why are these deaths occurring in marathon runners?
Well, first we have to look at the data trends at various marathon races. First, we see that the higher the temperature at the marathon seems to result in more deaths. For example, at the Rock and Roll Arizona Marathon, it was 90 degrees and 4 people died. At the Chicago Marathon, it was 49 degrees and no people died. This suggests that heat had something to do with their deaths. This is true, however, there is still a deeper explanation as to how the heat was a major factor in their deaths. How do we stay cool, Mr. Parasa?
We sweat.
Yes, this is a form of homeostasis. Now we have to ask another question. Did they or did they not sweat?
We'll find out after the short break.
Feeling tired? Don't drink all that water. Too much water can burst your cells. You need sodium. Something like a Quaker granola bar.
I don't always eat granola bars, but when I do, I eat Quaker.
To recap, Dr. Garbow asked me, did the marathon runners sweat or did they not sweat? Well, of course they sweat.
That is partly correct. In the beginning of the race, the runners were able to sweat. However, if we look at the data, we can see the amount of water increases in the runners' bodies over time, eventually passing normal amounts due to constant drinking of water. Also, sodium was lost from the initial sweating, as we can see in this graph. Since the water does not contain many electrolytes or sodium, when it is expelled as sweat, it created a hypotonic solution on the skin. So the overall amount of water in the body increased because water was forced into the cells since there was more solute inside the cells and the water wanted to reach an equilibrium. Normally, the electrolytes such as sodium are expelled in sweat to make it hypertonic, so more water would be pulled out of the body to continue sweating more to keep cool.
So basically what you're saying is that since the runners were drinking water without replenishing the sodium they lost by sweating, they had a lot less sodium in their body, but a lot more water. And this caused the cells to burst or inflate.
Exactly.
We'll talk more about this after the break. I'm here with Dr. Milan, Sheth, who thinks he's found the solution to the problem presented by the IMMDA. Doctor?
Yes, I have. Now, the problem here is pretty simple. Due to homeostasis, marathon runners are sweating and losing sodium in their body. Plus, to stay hydrated during their long marathon run, the runners are drinking a lot of water, which, because it is a hypotonic solution, the water goes into the cells and bursts them. To solve this problem, all you have to do is drink some type of energy drink, such as Gatorade, instead of water. Do you know why?
No idea.
Well, Gatorade contains a lot of electrolytes, such as sodium, and when you are running, you lose the sodium through your sweat. So when you drink Gatorade, you're replenishing the sodium or electrolytes in your body. Plus, sport drinks keep you hydrated as well. Double whammy!
After interviewing Dr. Sheth, I did some additional research. I found what he said to be true. Marathon runners who drank electrolyte replenishing drinks, such as Gatorade or Powerade, restored their water and sodium levels to normal levels. This graph here shows the water levels of marathon runners after drinking these drinks instead of water. The normal body water level is between 40 and 50 liters. The chart shows that over time, the water levels drop to a comfortable position near the center of these two values. The same thing applies to this chart, showing sodium values. The normal body sodium level is between 136 to 145 milliequivalents per liter. The sodium levels in the same runners increase from below normal to a comfortable position in the center of the scale. This evidence demonstrates that Dr. Garbow's explanation is sound. The water which the runners drank acted as a hypotonic solution, which in turn caused the cells to inflate and burst, and ultimately resulted in the runners' deaths. I'm Parasa with CNN. Thank you for watching.
Two, one. Oh, you don't have.
Okay.
Just go.
Well, first we have to look at the data. Hey, scoot up.
This caused the runners to have a lot less sodium in their.
That.
Go.
Okay, now you stop that. Okay, now.
I'm here with Dr. Milan, Sheth, who is a famous doctor. I'm here with Dr. Milan, Sheth, who thinks he's found the solution to the problem presented by the IMDA.
Oh. Pause.
I'm here with Dr. Milan, Sheth, who thinks he's found the problem presented by
IMDA. Plus, sports drinks keep you hydrated as well as water. It's the same effect. Double whammy. Should I do that again?